What's up, y'all? I am Marcus, also known as Epic Name Bro, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. I did a little bit off camera. I actually just went and respec'd Cool Sir Dash. I put some points away from Dex and away from Attunement and put them into Strength. I'm still playing around with this build, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it. We may end up going Strength Faith on it, actually. And I've got a couple of bastard swords here I made. I want to try out dual wielding a little bit, and I upgraded my Rebel's Great Shield because I've got to represent Gabe, man. I got to. I have to. But also, I started recording this episode, or I thought I did. I picked up a couple of items, and then I realized, oh shit, I didn't hit the record button. So I went back, and there's a couple of items missing at the beginning, but there's nothing big. You see me, I'm gonna be using heavy bolts a lot today to break these curse jars. That's the sound that you hear laughing. These jars that just laugh at you, and then as you get close to them, they can curse you. You're gonna see plenty of them, like that one right there, and I'm just gonna pop it with a heavy bolt. You can use physical attacks to do it, and I'll do that plenty too, but remember, I guess wood bolts won't break them. Some attacks won't break them if they're not heavy enough, I guess would be the way to put that. These Lion Warrior guys, they also cause curse buildup with their attacks, so one second. Had to turn down the volume there a little bit, couldn't hear myself talk. They do curse buildup with their attacks too, so if you get a little bit of curse buildup on you from a jar and then you accidentally get clipped by one of those Lion Warriors, yeah. This is where one of the missing items was over here, and it's just, I think it was some flame butterflies or something like that. Nothing particularly valuable. This room's kind of dangerous, easy to get cursed in here because there's a curse jar up top, but it's double stacked. There's also a curse jar down here on the bottom. They do that in a couple of places throughout this level where they have multiple curse jars next to each other or on different levels so that you can get your curse built up really fast if you don't know about it. It's kind of nasty. If you get cursed, you just end up hollowing a little bit, just as if you had died. I don't know if it counts against you for the death achievement. We're just going to line up a shot here, and we're not going to shoot him. I know somebody's like, oh, I can't believe he's going to... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. This guy is actually not hostile. This guy is a good friend. An old friend, perhaps. But we can't talk to him. Why won't you talk to me? Because we need to use the Ring of Whispers. That's the other main effect of this ring. This is actually the main reason why we got it, was so we could talk to this guy right here. Ring worn by Roy the Explorer. Hear the inner voices of surrounding foes. Useful for locating blah blah blah. Maybe useful for some other stuff, like talking to him.
Human, are we? This is no place for you. Be gone. Are you not afraid of me? Humans rarely come here. Those who do turn back when they see me, or make an attempt on my life. But you are different. We once had a master. He created us long, long ago. But he was born with a fatal flaw. He resented those who had what he lacked and became fully mired in hatred. Eventually, he drove himself mad. It was at the peak of this madness that he conjured up we strange creatures.
Yeah, he's essentially talking about Seath the Scaleless. If you haven't, I'm sure a lot of you guys have already put that together. Hold on, let me kill this guy down here. He is talking about Seath the Scaleless. Seath the Scaleless was born without scales, which apparently made him very much mortal, because the everlasting dragons have scales of immortality. He was born without them, that being a fatal flaw. But not his only fatal flaw. He seems to be have been a very lonely creature, and yeah, we know he liked to experiment and make crazy critters, so like this guy.
Our master was a tragically lonely soul. Eventually, his solitude eroded his very reason. In the end, he never understood what it was that he truly lacked. Nobody knows when we were born, or where our master has gone. The only ones who even speak a human tongue are myself and my better half. I wish to ask a favor of you. I want you to kill my betrothed.
Okay.
Once, I always found her at my side. But as time went on, things went awry.
You ain't gotta explain it, bro. I got you.
She became violent, raging uncontrollably.
It doesn't matter.
Eventually, she came after me.
I mean, I was gonna kill her anyway.
And we have been locked in combat ever since.
That's a cool story, bro.
We seem to be at a standstill. The wounds we exchange are never lethal. I was born of my master's madness. Perhaps this is some curse. I will be sure to assist you in return.
So yeah, created by Seath the Scaleless, and one more interesting little thing here.
The past is a distant fog. My name was Targ. That is all that I remember. The past is a distant fog. My name was Targ. That is all that I remember.
My name is Mark. Us. His name is Tark. It's really just interesting because Tarkus's body is, or his armor rather, is found in the cathedral in Anne Orlando, not too far from where Seath lived in the Duke's archives. So, yeah, really interesting. Could this have been the ultimate fate? Ooh, we got some of that Titanite chunk. We got the Titanite chunk, man. Could this have been Tarkus's, Black Iron Tarkus's ultimate fate? I don't know. It's very interesting, and we're gonna help him kill his lover because she's being a bitch. So we're gonna take care of that. I mean, we were gonna do it anyway. Believe me. Believe me, we were gonna do it anyway. Also, there's a huge ass basilisk over here. We're gonna deal with him in a minute, but I wanted to send greetings out to Arcbane and who else was it? Arcbane, Smiddles. Oh, there was one more person, and Grafner. Yeah, Arcbane, Smiddles, and Grafner. 3 of the guys that I PvP'd with have actually contacted me. They've seen my videos. I was really, out of the millions of people who play Dark Souls, out of the millions of Souls players, like, what are the odds that 3 of the people that I PvP'd with actually saw these videos? I'm shocked and amazed. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys greetings, and once again, I'm sorry, Smiddles. It was all, I did it all for the Nookie. The Nookie! And when I say Nookie, I mean Titanite chunks, of course. I needed those chunks, man. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. This Basilisk, he's an asshole if you go fight him in melee, but he actually will just stand there and let you kill him if you do it from range, which is what we're going to do here in a minute. But be very careful as you approach these wooden boards. They'll break like that. And we are going to go down there to that area, but we're going to do it on our own terms. We're not going to go down this way. Don't go down that road. Sometimes dead's better. Alright, dude. Another lion warrior over here. All these damn curse jars all over the place. This is actually kind of an easy area. The boss is kind of an asshole. She's not really tough, but I'm not that familiar with her at all because this is one of the areas that Spy wrote enemy strategies for. Brightstone Cove and the Gutter. Like, I am practically I'm not blind. I'm not blind. I do have some information about all the places, but I haven't done them much at all. I was really wishing I had more than 3. I think it takes exactly 4 poison throwing knives to get the poison to stick on this guy. It normally takes 4, but I had exactly 3, so I could not get the poison to stick, which means it's gonna take a long time. So I'm just gonna speed it up. So you see me looking through, I'm like, do I not have any other means of poison? I could have put a poison pine resin on my weapon, but you guys know I'm allergic to pine. That was a great one. That was a great one. Several people made that comment in the previous video when I was trying to buy that gold pine from... Oh, anyway. Also notice sometimes you see I'm doing less damage with my shots. That's actually, if you're low on stamina, if you completely deplete your stamina with an attack, your attack's effectiveness will be reduced depending on how much stamina you didn't have. Like, say if an attack costs 100 stamina to execute, just a hypothetical example here, if it costs 100 stamina to execute and you only had 80, it'll still do the attack, but it's going to be like 80% effectiveness, I think is how that works. It seems to work that way, because I've seen varying numbers on it. And there are actually some really strange, see the curse build up there. There are actually some really strange damage variances that I haven't quite puzzled out yet. Particularly when it comes to attacks after you land a parry. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of interesting things to think about. This game's still got plenty of mysteries in it. It really does. And dual wielding, some of the PvP I did not on my faith build, not on this character. I can't remember which character it was on. I encountered a lot of dual wielders that were really good with it, and it was really powerful. It stuns very well and keeps you stun locked, saying that they can do really large combos. So I'm interested in this. I know you Castlevania fans get that one. This is really cool design to me right here. There's a treasure over here, and it's a very important box actually because it's got some nookie in it. But it's just really cool how out in the open and obvious this thing is. It's also got a petrified dragon bone. That's really good too, but how out in the open this is, but how hidden it is. Because you just think about it, when you first come up here to this area, there are, what you first see, you see there's Curse Jar to your left, there's Lion Warrior in front of you, a Lion Warrior coming from your right, there's this giant basilisk thing over here, so you're looking at that, you're trying to stay away from that thing if you know what it's all about. Then there's this Lion Warrior coming at you from this direction, and 2 Curse Jars to your right. So it's very easy to see all those things and just miss this very obvious giant doorway right here leading to a treasure chest. I love that, and that's when you talk about that dense level design. A lot of people don't like the level design in Dark Souls 2 as much as in Dark Souls 1, and I totally get that, but what a lot of people are referring to with that is the way the levels connect together. I only have 1 Fragrant Branch of Yore. I actually could use that Fragrant Branch of Yore over there on that Lion Warrior, and behind him is a treasure chest with some stuff in it and another Fragrant Branch of Yore. But I couldn't remember if that was the chest that had the second Fragrant Branch of Yore, and I need this one, so I didn't want to screw it up. We'll get it later, I promise. Careful here, there's going to be another break. There you go. And this is actually where we want to jump down at. And now we're down in that cave that we saw before, but we are in a different part of it, and we are not surrounded by basilisks. Not being surrounded by basilisks is good. Wonder what this wicked dark portal looking thing is.
Ah, look how far this undead has wandered. And a very fit undead you are. A bit too alive, but with a darkish shadow, yet still unprepared. for deeper dark. And like every undead, you have no future.
Keep talking like that, you ain't gonna have no future.
Oh my, don't mind me. I'm just talking amongst myself. But if you find a need for a truer dark, then meet again. We shall.
This is the Dark Giver.
The dark is still nascent within you. May the dark shine your way.
Silly Dark Giver. Dark don't shine. Alright, be very careful here. This acid will wreck your shit. It will mess up your equipment really quickly. We don't want that. We don't want that at all. So I'm gonna try not to step in it. You can go ahead and place bets on whether or not I step in it or not, because, well, you know. I'm a dumbass. Everybody knows that. Everybody know that. But I tell you one thing I do know. I'm about to burn these motherfuckers alive. Well, until they're dead. I'm gonna... yeah. Flame Swathe. Come on now. Come on, basilisks. These enemies are very, very, very weak compared to what they were in Dark Souls 1, but if you get surrounded by all four of them and you're not expecting it, you take fall damage, and then when you panic and try to run from them, you're going to step in the acid in the caves and break all your equipment. It's locked, Jim. Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a doorsmith. Doorsmith. Well, they have a laddersmith in this game. Don't look at me like that. They have a laddersmith. They could have a doorsmith. Oh no, curse jar. I always forget about that curse jar. Hate the curse jar. Hate the curse jar. Love the nookie. Hate the curse jars. If you guys can tell I'm in a rare mood today, it's because as soon as I'm done recording this commentary, I'm going to talk to my wife and my little girl on Skype. So I'm really excited about that. We're going to use a Fragrant Branch of Yore right here. And then we're going to kick this guy's ass, hopefully. He might, well, if he's immune to backstabs, then he might kick our ass. And we're going to get this Fang Key. He's not immune to backstabs, by the way. It's just because I did it too soon. Too soon. Too soon. A strange key shaped like a wild beast fang. What manner of Teletante would create such a key, and what might it unlock? I don't know. Like I said, I'm just excited. A lot of people asking. Yes, my wife and my baby are still in Japan. We are waiting on my wife's visa process. It's a very long story, but it all begins with a consular officer telling me, "Oh no, don't apply for the visa now." It was 2 years before we were planning to come back to the States. Oh no, don't apply now. It only takes a year, and you can't apply more than a year ahead of time. Blah 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 blah. Long story short, don't listen to the government. All right. Used Fang Key.
Thank you for helping me. I am Ornifex. I owe you some form of thanks, but have nothing for you at the moment. If it would not trouble you, could you visit my abode just down the way? Thank you, kind traveler. I believe that I can be of assistance if you would visit me at my home.
Really interesting. And you can still see the naked bird butt there, guys. Do you guys remember when everybody was freaking out about, oh my god, Dark Souls 2 rated T for teen. There must not have any blood. There must not be any disgusting enemies like the rotten. There must not be any naked bird butts. Well, there is. It's just the ESRB is apparently lightened up. Or else they just misrated it. I don't know. I bet a lot of people swung on her as soon as they saw her. That type of creature, for those of you who haven't played Dark Souls 1, is an enemy type in Dark Souls 1 in the Painted World. They're actually, the Design Works book, art book for Dark Souls 1 actually refers to them as Velka's Crow people, if I remember right. Anyway, there's going to be some really interesting discussions to have about Ornifex, I promise you. we're about done in this little section now. It's time to go fight the boss. A statue blocks your way. But yeah, like I said, tried to follow the government's instructions very specifically, and not apply within the period when they asked us to. That was a huge mistake because it takes more than a year to process a visa. We applied a little over a year in advance of when we intended to return to the States, but it's still not finished. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to them right after this though, so I'm excited. And I think we've got everything that I want to really get right now, so let's go fight the boss, Name Bro. Name Bro, there's nothing over there, Name Bro. Let's go fight the boss, Name Bro. Oh my god, oh my god. Yeah, right through this little archway right here, excuse me. And up here, we're gonna meet up with our old homie Tarkus, or Tark, I don't know. It could not be Tarkus, or it could be Tarkus. And here I'm thinking, you know what? I want to burn this chick alive because I wanted to try to keep Tark alive through this fight. And you see me going with my equipment here a little bit. Gonna go with my Rebel's Great Shield, partially because I wanna be representing Gabe, but also because she has magic and the shield's pretty good against magic. It does look fucking awesome, Gabe. Really does. And Tark. Alright, bro. We got this. You know, you asked me to kill a woman, you kill your woman for you. Alright, we'll kill your woman then. No big deal. You know, just another day at the office for us. But if only it could go so smoothly. Well, she doesn't seem so bad. I don't know what the big deal was. Tark, why can't you take her? She's just a little girl, and oh my god! So the Scorpius Najka. You see me swathing her in flames. She destroys Tark. She just wrecks him all day, every day. I don't know if this was like one of the developers like putting their own feelings of their relationship with their wife into the game or not, but she owns Tark all day, every day. She apparently owns me too. I got in there trying to make sure that he didn't die, and now I'm toxic. And oh dear, this is not good. And now Tark is dead. You've killed Tark. And I'm toxic, and you are trying to stab me, and where are you going? So she burrows underground, and she leaves a little trail of dust, and at first, when she first burrows, she just kind of wanders around aimlessly for a second, but then she'll start trying to head to you to erupt on you, so you need to run away. But I ran as fast as I could, and she still got me. I'm sorry, Tark. So I decided I done had about enough of her shit, and we are going to rethink things a little bit. Let's try out dual wielding. Let's try out dual wielding great swords. I'm not sure if I'm probably not gonna ultimately end up dual wielding these great swords, but I guess I could, because I'm thinking maybe a strength faith build using the Mastodon Greatsword is what I'm considering for Serdash here. A lot of people have been asking me about my stats on my Dex Faith build. I'm really hesitant to share them because they're not really finalized. Like, I'm not really sure what I ultimately want to do with that build yet. People who are looking for guidance on making Faith builds, I would say, first, just decide how much attunement and faith you want to have based on what spells you want to use. Personally, I may stop around 20-ish for Emit Force and Magic Barrier, and do a strength with kind of a sub-faith sort of thing, just to have a little bit of ranged option. But, alright, Tark, Alright, Tark, we ain't gonna take no more of this shit. We gonna go kick her ass, Tark. Get pumped up. Come on. Yeah, if only things can go so smoothly. So yeah, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do with that, but if you're wanting to use Wrath of Gods and stuff like that, you know, you just have to plan your faith accordingly. And oh my, that's not good. I don't know, maybe I will dual wield. Bastards. Double bastard. Twin bastards. Oh shit, you are just fucking me off. Once again, I've fought her a couple of times, but the first time I ever fought her, the first build I ever fought the Scorpioness on, she didn't even have the ground effect. When she was under the ground, there was absolutely no way to tell where she was. They didn't have that added at that point. Actually, the first time I fought her, she was just like a polygon model, like there was no texture at all, but couldn't really fight her. Could just kind of kick her tail around. But since then, I think I've only fought her in this full version of the fight one time before. You see me, I'm gonna roll away. I'm done running, I'm just gonna roll. Damn, she destroys Tark. She always destroys Tark. It's ridiculous. I know you can cut her tail off, but I don't think you get anything for it. Or at least I think you can cut her tail off. I'm 100% sure you can do it, but there's an item on that tree over there. It don't matter. Basically. No, Tark. No. No. I'm sorry, Tark. I couldn't keep you alive. You don't have to keep him alive. Like, that was just like me just screwing around. But if you get her to whack this tail with, whack this tree with her tail, then you can get that item. But it's like some prism stones or something. I don't remember what it is, but it's fucking worthless. Worthless, I say. Although now that I think about it, those prism stones can be traded to the crows, so maybe not worthless. Not worth the goddamn effort, if you ask me. Nobody asked me, I know. The only thing, I don't like the way he holds the great swords dual wielding. Well, that's one thing I don't like about it, and I think that maybe dual wielding normal straight swords might be better because it doesn't require as much stamina when you do the swings. Because right now I can do like 2 swings and then barely have enough stamina to roll. Whereas I think if I was doing straight swords, normal straight swords, I could probably get 3-hit combos, and they do significant amounts of damage. So if you want to use lighter weapons like straight swords, but you want to do good damage, then dual wielding might be an option. I don't know. I hadn't mathed it out. Just talking from my observations here. Now we're gonna pick up this treasure and this treasure box later, because right now, before we kill any of these Gurm, there are a couple of items that I want to get. Why do I want to go get these items? I want to go get these items because these items are going to help us get some Nookie. Because these Gurms drop the Nookie. They do. I know. Hey, look. I'm not, they can do whatever they want. I'm not accusing them of being overly promiscuous or anything like that. The Gurm can live how they want to live, and I ain't got nothing against them. But we got to get this ring. We want to get the gold serpent ring +1 from, I always call Magarold Lanifer because I think he's from Lanifer, but from Magarold over here, we want to get this ring and we want to get our clown hat.
Finally decided to come and visit.
Yeah, we did.
Good iron in these parts.
Okay. Yeah.
All
right, whatever. Just we have to spend a certain number of souls to get the ring. I'm gonna buy the Curse Bite ring because it's pretty useful. I probably should have already bought it, and the Fragrant Branch of Yore.
I think we have similar taste. Really? I do. Here, you should like these.
They all say these.
Very well. No pressure.
Interesting that if they give you a gift and then you exit out, it acts like you haven't bought anything. But yeah, don't worry. I remember I didn't get my Jester's hat, my Jester's cap. Oh no, I don't have my clown hat. I gotta go back. Yeah, I probably should have bought the Cursed Bite Ring and the Fragrant Branch of Yore before we went and did the Shaded Woods, because that would have been pretty useful, huh? Not as useful as the clown hat.
Cheers.
Alright, let's bone it, bros. The bone didn't take me where I wanted to go. I think that would be an interesting idea for an item. An item that lets you teleport to a specific bonfire instead of just the last one you rested at. I mean, all it really does is save one unnecessary loading screen, but man, how unnecessary they are. Really looking forward to the PC version of Dark Souls 2. I'm really hoping that the loading's a lot less and that it looks a lot better. You see me trying to parry this. He does have, and I missed the backstab too. I don't even know what that's all about, but he does have a variable swing speed. Like, he can wait before he swings his hammer down. I was parrying him all day, every day. Well, not every day, but I was parrying him all day yesterday on my Dex build, but for some reason I just wasn't able to get it going here. At first I didn't realize that it was a variable speed deal, but you'll see, I'll conduct tests. You guys know I love to test shit. There is a, these Germ, well, never mind, I'm sorry. It's time to talk to Gavlon, so I need to shut the fuck up. Everybody shut up when Gavlon speaks.
Make deal with Gavlan.
A man of few words. I like that, Gavlon. So this is his permanent location after you've talked to him in his two other places. I guess No Man's Wharf, and then talk to him in Harvest Valley. Yeah. And then he'll move here. And he gets an infinite supply of poison arrows, poison throwing knives, poison pine resins, poison moss. That's really kick-ass. Be careful when you're selling shit, because they always put your most upgraded item first. So it's so easy if you're only looking at the number that you're holding, like held 3, held 2. It's very easy to sell your most upgraded one. That is really annoying. I wish they would not do that, but what can you do, you know? So yeah, the Germ lore is actually really interesting. I want to talk about it next time, along with the Lion Clan War, because I forgot to look at the item descriptions in this video. Sorry, I was just, I don't know. But we'll talk about those next time. I don't want to sell that. I don't want to sell none of that. Alright, Gavlon, what's up? Let me buy. He has another Ring of Giants. These are now infinite. I'm gonna stock up on these throwing knives, man.
Gavlan will, Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul.
What you want?
With Gavlan, you will, you deal. Many deal, many thanks.
I actually had a dream the other day. A really weird dream. Somebody from Team 4-Star contacted me and was like, hey, do you want to do a voice in Hellsing Abridged? And I was like, fuck yes, I want to do a voice in Hellspring Abridged. Hellsing Abridged. But then I woke up and I was very Nookie! I was very disappointed. I hate this fucking lizard right here. He's easier to get if you come from the other direction, believe it or not. So many of the crystal lizards, they seem to just be begging for powerful ranged attacks. I mean, I know I have Flame Swathe, but it's kind of slow. Speaking of Flame Swathe, this Garm up ahead is actually using the Garm Great Shield, which has 100% fire defense. But it doesn't matter if it hits behind him. And I'm making that point because in PvP also, like, if you hit behind someone with flame swathes, you can deal damage regardless of whether or not they block it, regardless of what sort of fire defense they have on their shield or what have you. One of the good things about flame swathe. Well, one of the many good things about flame swathe, I guess, but... Okay, this is another area that I don't like, and I don't know it very well, but the reason I don't like it isn't because I don't know it very well. The reason I don't like it is because it's annoying. It's actually far less annoying now than it was long ago, but our tent's on fire! Oh, they were killed in a tragic tent fire. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, what the hell is he farming is what I want to know. Is he farming souls? Is he digging graves? He doesn't seem to be digging graves. I don't know. This is the Royal Army campsite. What could prompt them to send in the Royal Army? And yeah, I know I should have broke the tower and jumped in the well and done all that stuff. We're gonna do that later. We do see Benhart's summon sign here. And we're gonna summon him for the boss of this area, of course, because we're gonna try to do his quest line, but I always forget which tent the bonfire is in. I shouldn't. It's this one right here. Really easy to remember, but I always forget. Alright, before I proceed on, I actually want to go back and farm up some more nookie, but I'm not going to show it because it's really boring. So instead, I'm just going to show you this, where I was attempting to parry him and I died. I am trying to show I'm trying to at least show all of my deaths, because I don't know. I just kind of like, that's a thing. A thing with me, I guess. I want to show you guys. I really want to show you guys everything, 100% of the playthrough. But I just realized as I was going through making this run, getting these Titanite chunks, I was just like, this is actually boring the shit out of me. So it's probably gonna bore the shit out of other people too. So I just decided to skip it. Sorry if you wanted to see it. We got a Germ Helm. Germ Helm actually looks pretty cool. I've been, it looks similar to the helm, but it's much heavier. I like them. I like my Skyrim hat. I've actually been using the Germ Helm a little bit on my Dex chick. And I say Dex chick because right now, she was originally a Dex Faith hybrid, and then I ended up respecking her Dex to see how that was going to go without the Faith component, and now I'm really wishing I had my 20 Faith for a Mitt Force. I miss that so much. That and Magic Barrier, they're both really useful. Yeah, I was just showing you, I did in fact pick up several chunks, or a couple of chunks anyway, not several. I didn't farm for very long, as you could tell by my souls. Like a couple of minutes, but I got bored. And here I said, well, I guess we're just gonna end the episode here. Later, y'all. And I did the thing, and then I was like, oh wait, no, there was still a lot of shit that I wanted to do. We can't end like this. So we're not gonna end yet. I want to go back. We need to talk to Tark again. Is one of the main things that we need to do, but we have a Fragrant Branch of Yore now. We can use that here, and maybe one or two other little things, you know, I don't know, could be some other stuff, maybe, who knows. But I'm not collecting 100% of all the treasures here. I will come back later and collect what I want. If there's anything that I've forgotten, and I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to get this and this and this, then I'll come back later, but for right now, just trying to make progress in the game, I guess. really interesting that there tends to be enemies that are able to petrify near petrified NPCs. So there's basilisks all around here, and these lion warriors are petrified. Rosabeth is petrified next to a basilisk. Strayed is petrified. There's not a basilisk around, but there some of those undead citizens can do it. Here you see me testing to see if Flamesway can actually bust these jars. We actually just picked up a Triclops snake troach, which that's actually a reference to an enemy in Dark Souls 1, the Triclops snake, the three-headed snakes. I guess Triclops is going to be their official name, but I think everybody just called them the three-headed snakes that were in the Darkroot. Yeah, Darkroot Forest, I believe is where you could find them. They were important because they could drop egg vermifuge, which would cure the egghead status. Yay, Fragrant Wrench of Yore and the Lion Mage stuff. The Lion Mage stuff, actually, I definitely need to look at the descriptions, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget things. I really do. I just, you know, I get caught up playing. I'm like, what do I need to do next? What do I need to do next? I try to keep things moving and flowing forward in a nice manner, but sometimes I make mistakes, man. Just ask Smiddles. Oh man, I don't know. Part of what made that so funny was just the overkill of that flame swathe in that particular situation, but Smiddle's name is great too. It just makes it great. I don't know. All right, Tark. The deed is done, my friend.
You've defeated my better half. This is my thanks. Take it. I have no gods to pray to. But still I pray that your journey will be safe.
Favorite gesture.
I have no god, but still.
I have no gods to pray to. I love this gesture, man. Yeah, alright, yeah. Love that little bounce, that little spring in the step there. And let's just, Homeward Bone. Yeah, we're good here. I hate the Ring of Whispers. Bow. Oh, yeah. Bow, bow. It reminds me of Ferris Bueller's Day Off every fucking time. Whee! I wonder how they actually teleport via bonfire. Do they just like burn themselves to ash and then like pop out of another one? Alright, you, I'm done. I know I'm not gonna parry you. I'm just gonna stab you in the back. Come on, let's get it over with. Old mundane stone. Bow. Ooh, please take off the Ring of Whispers. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. These Primal Knights. I need to get some of their gears so we can talk some more about them too. Their greatsword, the Mastodon greatsword, is probably the one that I'll end up using. I like the Claymore a lot, and the Mastodon greatsword does weigh a lot, so I don't know. But it's like a bastard sword, but bigger and more powerful. We're opening the menu in front of a box. You guys know what that means. Lloyd's time. But do note that these guys do look a little bit different, and you can't really see it on this one because it's in the water, but you can often see just a little bit of their teeth, actually. They do look different. And if you manage to try to clip through them, they behave differently than normal chests as well. Actually, Spy taught me that. What am I doing? I guess we're wrapping. Oh, right, Black Scorpion Stinger. Tark's past is a thing obscure, but then again, do any of us know who we are, let alone what we may have been? This weapon, interesting, it has no scaling, but it does have poison on it. So you're either going to want to make it raw to increase the damage because there's no scaling to decrease, or you're going to want to make it poison so that you can increase its poison effects. And that is going to wrap us up for today. I will catch you guys next time on Dark Souls 2. Later, y'all. And it really is over this time, and I'm going to prove it by doing the backstep thing that I always do. You know, the thing where I take a step back and then... Ah, come on, you know there's going to be bonus PvP. Gochito-sama. We talked for a little bit. This was a really cool guy. We talked for a little bit after this. This was a fun fight, too. See, I start off with a couple of poison knives, just trying to kind of get him to come close here. And I see he's got Pate's great shield and this big-ass axe. The axe is really slow. I think I can parry it. Now, visually, it looked like that would have been a parry, but I was too late. I got hit. So I'm going to use that to adjust my timing. I need to be very careful. Managed to get a little bit, and I'm also noticing that he has a lot of stamina. He likes to swing in combo. So, roll punish BS is still a thing, especially against a slow weapon, especially if you can predict that the other person's going to attack. It can be safer than trying to predict a parry, but, you know, if you are able to, like I said, I realized earlier that my parry was too slow, so now I need to adjust my timing. And it looks like this. You can do it. You can do it, but it's tough. Let's see with the poison knife here, and then I screwed up. He was about 40 levels higher than me, unfortunately. I was not able to overcome the 40 level difference in soul level. But here you see this first parry. Looks very close to perfect, but it was too slow. So the next time, as soon as I saw him start swinging, I went ahead and parried early, and I just kind of adjusted to the timing on the fly. And the last important thing from this fight is, I guess, the roll BS. Especially if it's a slow weapon, especially if you know they're about to swing, you can go ahead and use your iframes to roll into them, strafe around behind them, and get a backstab. You can do that. A lot of people were saying roll BS is gone. Roll BS is not gone, but you just have to be a lot better about when to use it. You can't roll BS just absolutely anything. This is a blue invasion here. This is a center that I've hunted down. The hunted down. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. This is a mage. I'm just trying to see what spells he's working with. That's probably not going to cause me too much issue. He did manage to sneak a hit through there. So now I'm getting a little bit more aggressive. Just trying to keep him cornered, actually. See, he's going for the bash attack. Let me get a little bit of chip. I'll trade hits with that. I was surprised that he could roll out of that combo. I'm wondering if that's an agility thing. I'm really curious about that. You see me, I've learned my lesson on the healing shit. I go ahead and I'll chuck a Lloyd's Talisman at him, you know. But see, he's rolling out of those combos every time. Normally, I can get a couple of hits on somebody. So the adaptability, I'm curious. I don't know. It's tough for a mage when they don't have anywhere to run to. And that's kind of, the terrain can basically dictate how a battle's going to go. This next one is a really good example of that. There is an ultra greatsword user wearing what appears to be full Havels holed up inside this tiny little space inside this building, and I am not fucking going in there. He clearly has the advantage if I go inside. He's got the poise, he's got the defense, he's got damage. There's nowhere to move to dodge his attacks because he's got lots of reach. So I was just very patient, and I waited for him to come out here. And unfortunately for him, out in the middle of an open field against a Faith build with Emit Force, if he doesn't rush me and just absolutely rush me down and back me into a corner, then he's going to be in trouble. And he didn't. So Emit Force is really, really good. It is difficult to dodge. I think the hitbox may be a little bit too large. But yeah, In a battle like this, patience is the key to determining where the battlefield will be, how the battle goes, and ultimately who's going to win. I'll catch you guys next time, and good games.